This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and far. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the Neeks. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the Neeks. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, man. Like the Siberian Tiger that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. Let's talk about it, man. When we sit here and we look at Monnie Brown, this is what I was talking about. Monnie Brown has a problem that a lot of people have where he knows everything. They want to keep trying to prove he knows everything supposedly wrong. You looking more erroneous when you do this. You're not making me look wrong. You're making yourself look more coonish and fucking buffoonish. Let me say it again. You're making yourself look more coonish and fucking buffoonish. You said Canelo Alvarez is solid. What proof do you have that cinnamon dust of a horchata is solid? Solid means that everything about you, your general comportment, your fiber of your DNA, your physiology is solid. This guy's a Caucasian masquerading as a fucking Mexican. This is why I'm saying you're cooning and fucking buffooning. If you go and take a sample of cinnamon dust of a horchata of an Alvarez skin, you're going to find Anglo-Saxon skin. Anglo-Saxon, if you do your fucking research, Monnie Brown, which I see research is failing you as of late. If this wasn't always the case, it's just you don't know how to counter He Knows Everything. And everybody keeps finding themselves in this precarious situation. I told you, we're having a Sean Porter and Earl the True Spence back and forth. But Sean Porter keeps realizing as the rounds go on that fuck, I'm going up against a tactical aggression, which is what you're going up against, verbal aggression. I'm going up against technical punching placement, which is what you're going up against, verbal punching placement. And I'm going up against body snatching work, which is what you're going up against, verbal body work. You're getting basically that conglomeration of the levying onslaught of punishment style. He Knows Everything does it on YouTube. Earl the True Spence does it in the fucking ring. The bottom line is as simple as this. You have no proof that cinnamon dust of a horchata of an Alvarez is solid. You just running your rabbit ass mouth to make it sound cute. That's what you're doing at your truest and your most properest levels. This is why I said you have went from top 10 to not diction at all. Because there used to be an originality. There used to be basically what we would say an identity with you. And I get it. You felt some type of way, especially after the Four Horsemen Alpha video, and you felt like you were omitted off. Well, it would have been a quintuple version of alphas. You know, it would have been 5, and I probably would have titled it somewhere else. You used to be on that list, but that's when you were organically Monnie Brown. Now you are, I don't know how to call it.
Go ahead, he knows.
But you are not no longer Monnie Brown, man. You're frowning right now, dog. I'm gonna give you a little nickname. This is not coming to me right now. But when it fucking comes to me, it's gonna stick. And when it sticks, you know it's gonna be befitting. But this cooning and buffooning shit that you're doing right now, it doesn't help nobody else out. All it does is it just basically shows to your fan base that you're willing to do whatever it is to sell out. Because that's what you're doing. I get it. You want to have a successful platform. And people have successful platforms in so many different variations, so many different aspects, and so many different facets. There's the long game of succession, which is the way that He Knows Everything is doing. Being the turtle in the race and growing gradually, slowly, but surely. You know, but it's consistent. Because I understand that the sprint is saturated, but the marathon is not. The great Robert Blake, who, by the way, has a YouTube channel. All his channel is all about is just how to build your channel up, how to get your subscribers up, but in an organic way, not in a cooning and fucking buffooning way like you're doing. When you say that this Caucasian in cinnamon dust of a horchata of an Alvarez masquerading as if he's Mexican, even Mexican fighters say that he's not Mexican. Don't take my word for it. Go listen to Eric Morales. Don't take my word for it. Go listen to Juan Manuel Marquez. Don't take my word for it. Go listen to Julio Cesar Chavez. Don't take my word for it. Go listen to Hector Camacho, man. Listen to these motherfuckers. They will tell you. I listen to them when they talk. Do not take my word for it. These guys do not identify cinnamon dust of a horchata of an Alvarez as fucking Mexican. They just don't understand who the fuck he is. The Roberto Durans of the world. They don't understand who Cinammon does of a Horchata of an Alvarez is. They don't. What they do understand is they understand that he's Caucasian. They understand that he's Anglo-Saxon. They understand that he's Spaniard. A lot of motherfuckers that are Spanish descent are really Caucasian, man. You gotta do your fucking research. A lot of people don't. And you're sitting here and building up your channel off of his Cinammon Dust of a Horchata fanboys. You gotta let us all know, how does the Cinammon Dust of a Horchata ass crack taste, dog? I mean, we don't want to fucking be the ones doing it, but I'm really inquiring about this shit, because it seems like you've been in Cinammon Dust of a Horchata of an Alvarez ass crack for a minute now. You've been licking all of the cinnamon dust out, and you've been letting us know how that shit tastes. I don't give a fuck how it tastes. I don't really care two cows fuck about how it tastes. But I see that you're enjoying the fucking taste, because this is what you're doing. You're cooning and baffooning. You never used to do this before. You used to be a staunch criticizer of Cinammon Dust of a Horchata of an Alvarez. You have a lengthy catalog, man. You cannot run away from your fucking catalog, because people will see in your catalog that you have cooned and fucking buffooned. And now you're going wayward against the script. What's so pivotal and what's so interesting in this whole identity in it is the fact that you actually think that what you're saying is what it is. Let me explain something to you guys. When you become a yes massa, coon, buffoon, black dude, nothing about what you say, nothing about how you comport yourself, nothing about how you unction yourself is authentic, is consistent, has authenticity and consistency, has a genuine pedigree behind it. Everything with it is cooning and fucking buffooning. This is what you're doing at your truest and your most properest levels. And you're trying to rationale this thing, and you're trying to justify it as a shining beacon, a shining identity, when really it's a false fucking idol of it being actual boxing jargon. Bane told Batman something, dog. And I'm telling you, intricality and deceptions are powerful agents to the uninitiated. Motherfucker, we are initiated. We are boxing aficionados. So the way that you can fool the uninitiated with intricality and deceptions, because we know that they are powerful tools to the uninitiated, we are initiated, aren't we, Monnie? So you can't fucking fool me. I know exactly what you're doing. And I'm calling your rabbit ass out on the red carpet for it. You didn't like when I did it with the Earl the True Spence. That's why that shit dead in the fucking water. Because you know you looking stupid out here in these boxes. You not talking about it no more explains the L that you got. And you know, if you go back and forth with me on Cinammon Dust of a Horchata of an Alvarez, that's going to be a bigger L. Because I will not, let me tell you something. I will not give you that homie benefit of the fucking doubt like I did before. I'm going to treat you like any other motherfucker that I eviscerate. Any motherfucker that I castrate, meaning I remove their fucking testicles from them. I emasculate them. Any motherfucker that I ether and murk, I will not give you the benefit of the fucking doubt. You will not get the homies benefit of the doubt. And you still ate a bad L in not getting. So imagine if I remove and relinquish that shit from you. You will eat a humiliating fucking L. Because the shit you doing right now is uncalled for. The shit you doing right now, there's no way to justify it. But the fact that you're selling out for subs and views, man. And the sad part about it is you don't even want to tell yourself that shit, because you know if you come to that underlying conclusion of the shit, you're going to be feeling some type of way about the shit. When it's all said and done, Monnie Brown has done what He Knows Everything told you that Monnie Brown's been doing, which is cooning and fucking buffooning and selling out for fucking subs and views, man. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat fashion. I keeps the foot on the what? Nicks. I keeps the foot on the what? Nicks. When it's all said and done, a coon and fucking buffoon is what he is. A coon and fucking buffoon. And last time I checked, Maya Angelou said it best. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. So once a coon and fucking buffoon, always a coon and fucking buffoon. Monnie Brown, you cooning and fucking buffooning. And you're doing this in a Yes Master variation of basically eating a cinnamon dust of a Horchata's ass crack, and you're telling us how the cinnamon dust tastes. To sit here and re-justify cooning and bafooning points, it just makes you more of a coon and fucking buffoon. It doesn't validate shit. What it validates is that you are a sellout. What it validates is that you're a coon and fucking buffoon. And what it validates is that you're willing to do any and every motherfucking thing for a sub and a fucking view. When you stop talking good about cinnamon dust of a Horchata and Alvarez, which you will eventually have to do that, because you're going to be fighting against the real version of you and then that fake new version of yourself. We don't even understand this version. The cinnamon dust of a Horchata and Alvarez fanboys, they're going to run so quick, fast, and hurry like UPS away from your rabbit ass. Because the only reason why they're entertaining you is because you're talking about the cinnamon dust of a Horchata and Alvarez. Once you stop doing that, they're going to stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. They're going to tell you to go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. When it's all said and done, man, Maximus Decitus in The Gladiator said it best. What we do in this life, it echoes into eternity. So if what we do in this life is cooning and fucking buffooning, then it's going to echo into eternity that is cooning and fucking buffooning. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat two-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, Nix. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, Nix. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out. Go ahead, He Knows.